The biggest software company in the world is Microsoft, even today. I don't count Google as a software company. I can't go and buy their software. The second biggest and the third biggest are Oracle and IBM, and they're big because they make databases. If you're storing large amounts of information, you probably want to store it in a database. You want a tool that manages data for you. Text files on disk, yeah, that's going to be a lot more work in the long run. Easy to get started, but you're going to be paying an ever-increasing cost. You'll see why. If you're managing complicated data, even if it's small volumes, you want it in a database, because a database exists to manage data for you. If I ever find myself asking questions like, how many of the test subjects are over 40, male, left-handed, and have never lived in Cornwall, my data should be in a database, because I can write that question down almost exactly as I just said it, and the database will give me the answer. If I have to write the Python code to answer that question, it'll take a few minutes, it'll be a few lines, it'll probably have a few bugs in it first time around. So, winding back even 10 or 15 years, databases stored numbers and text, and that was about it. Today, MySQL, Postgres, Oracle, DB2, any grown-up database, those first two are free, the second two are very expensive, but any of them can store images, audio, geographic information, video. You can take anything that you can put in a disk file and stuff it into the database, and you can start to index it. You can say, here's an audio file with the following properties, so that you can come back later and say, give me all of the music tracks that have, periods greater than 1 second when the volume is louder than this. You can actually write that query in Postgres, which is one of the two big open source databases. A bit of a cost to get it set up, big payoff. I'm going to show you a few things this morning about how to get information out of databases, because quite often the data that you want is out there, and once you connect to it, you're going to be pulling stuff out. Particularly in the UK now, which is one of the world leaders, a lot of government data is now openly accessible. Not just MPs' expense records. No, but tons of stuff. If you want to find out what public works are underway in London this morning, you can do that. Their database is publicly accessible. You can't write to it. You can't create new entries, but you can go and you can download those. You can formulate queries and say, is anything happening within a 1 kilometer radius of Euston Station before noon today? And it will say, yes, here are the 3 things. Right? Stats Canada, which is our national statistics service, has opened up a lot of their stuff. I can go and download tons and tons and tons of business and census data if I know how to ask the right question. There are lots of music databases out there. Right? You guys know this better than me. So, let's have a look at how to do a few simple things.